All right, let's go over how I build an 8-figure supplement company completely from scratch. And if you're wondering, who is this random dude yelling on the internet? Well, why should I listen to him? I've done it before, and I did it with the help of some amazing people. And just to show, there's the 1 million, there's the 10 million, and we'll run downstairs and fast forward to the bigger awards. All right, so here we are in my basement. Me and my girlfriend just redid it, just made it look a little bit nicer. But there's the 25 million, the 50 million, and then there's a place for a 75 and a 100, but we left the software company that gives those out before we ever had the opportunity to say, hey, we did $100 million with your software. So there you go. I've done it before with the help of some amazing people. So let's go over how I would do it again. All right, so let's go over how I build an 8-figure supplement company if I had to do it all over again. And I broke this down into 2 different categories. Obviously, there's more than 2 different categories, but to keep it simple for somebody that might be watching, either you're an influencer or not an influencer. What that means is you're a doctor, veterinarian, somebody that has experience in the health and wellness space, you have credentials, you have authority. Non-influencer, you don't. Either way, you can both create content. This person is more likely to create content because they have the authority, they have the right to speak about the thing, they went to college for 95 years about the thing, and they can talk about it. This person, you can create content, you're not going to have the same authority as this person, but you can still talk about the thing. Where both of those cases come together is niching down. So this influencer over here, they can get away with not niching down and still be successful. It's a harder route. Anytime you don't niche down, it's a harder route. Went through it, experienced it. We were chopping away and not having much success until we figured out, oh, let's niche something down. So in most cases, you can, you should niche down, but in this case, for the influencer, you can get away with it over a long period of time. Non-influencer, niche down, make your life easier. So that's where we'll start. Niching down. What does niching down mean? So if I'm just going to write niche up here, niche, I guess some of you more fancies would say niche, niche, you want to identify the problem. So who are we talking to? What problem do they actually have? If we're going to go develop a supplement, or we already have a supplement developed, what problem does that supplement solve? What is the actual thing that you're looking to provide to the end consumer? Like, is it consumers that might have issues with diabetes or chronic inflammation, or they have a weak immune system? What is it? So you want to identify that. What is that problem? Then once you've identified what that problem is, it's best to then create an avatar. I know, wait, I thought we identified the person with the problem. No, go a step further. What does that person actually look like? They've got this problem, plus they are this, and this. They are females, 45 to 63, and they like to play tennis on the weekends. I don't know. World is your oyster, but that's who you're going to be speaking to, because that's how you're going to cater your branding, your messaging, your content, your advertising. That's who you're going to be talking to at the end of the day. So just figure out who that avatar is and talk to that person. And then you should already have this already. But say you haven't done all that and now you're here, your solution, aka your supplement. So this is the thing, this is the product that is going to solve the problem, right? You're going to be talking to this person, you're going to be providing your supplement to solve this problem. It's that simple. So once you niche it down, that's what you're left with. Now you can go a lot further in depth here as far as what niching down means. I'm not going to do that in this video. Maybe another video if you're like, what does niche mean? Maybe I'll do it. I don't know. But anyways, to keep on going here, let me lay out the outline. So you've got the product, you've got the problem, you've got the avatar. Now it's time to start building things, right? You can't just go run out on social media and say, buy my thing, you have this problem, buy my thing. There's a lot more hoops and boundaries and things to jump through that you'll run into. There's compliance things, etc. So the best thing you can do is to find a way to acquire customers cheaply. If you're an influencer, something like writing a book is a great way to do this, and you can get around this and write a book for as low as a couple $1,000s, grab a ghostwriter, jump on an interview, let them know all your thoughts, your experience, your knowledge, let them write it up, and they'll go produce a book for you. Make sure it's right. If you're not an influencer, you can find an influencer, have them develop the thing for you, partner with them, or just create something very simple. So there's a lot of options here. So what we'll call this is developing your front end. And the reason that we want to do something outside of the supplement is because from experience, I'm sure there's probably people out there that have different experiences than me, but this is what I found to work best, is that the cost to acquire a customer when you're just talking about a supplement is so much higher than the cost to acquire a lead, for example, or maybe somebody that purchases a book or a PDF or something that is lower cost, higher perceived value. Now, the supplement's going to have a highest perceived value, but it's also going to have a high cost to acquire that customer. And another thing that you want to do is build rapport. So you want to get this person a result or information that they agree with, or something to get them in the motion of like, oh, I like this person. Now I'll trust that they have my health and their best interest, and I'll purchase their product and put it in my body. It's hard to sell somebody on that right out of the gates, especially if you don't have the authority. So in both cases, influencer, not influencer, doctor, non-doctor, what you want to do is build a front end that helps you build the rapport. And so there's a lot of different ways you can do this. You could do a book like I just mentioned and give it away for free. Just charge shipping and handling. This is called free plus ship. You can do another video on this. Drop in the comments if you want to know what more that looks like. Free plus ship, this gets a piece of information in the customer's hands that if they read it, then they gather the information, then they learn to trust you, and blah, blah, blah. You can do a PDF. Spend $1, get my PDF download. You can do a quiz. Identify the person. So you could do, let's say you're doing a weight loss supplement and the person's having trouble losing weight and they want to know, like, what's my body type? You could do like a body type quiz, but it's important to kind of brand this, meaning like if you're going to do a quiz, their end result should be something branded, like you are the super duper heart body type or something along those lines. Yeah, I think you get the point. You just want to brand it to make sure that you can speak directly to that branded thing, not just you're obese or not obese. You know, that would get weird. So don't do that. Make sure it's branded. You could do a challenge. This worked very well for the supplement company that I work with. And the reason because of it, and you could do 7, 14, 30 days. I wouldn't go beyond this. It gets a little rough. 7, 14, 30-day challenge where the customer signs up to get the result from going through the challenge, right? There's not a lot of cost here. I mean, you could do it with a Facebook group, some softwares, etc. And you guide people through a challenge that gets them a result. The quicker you can get the customer to a result, the more likely they are to trust you and buy stuff from you. So if you could do something in 7 days, you're very likely to get a lot of trust from that customer. So say this is a 7-day detox, right? Or you could even go down to 3 days, like a 3-day fast or something along those lines. So if you did like a 7-day detox, right? Detox challenge, where somebody is joining Facebook Lives or YouTube Lives, or they're jumping into your software, whatever it might be, where they're doing a 7-day detox and they're losing the weight, they're feeling better, blah, blah, blah. At the end of the 7 days, they feel amazing. They're going to trust you so much after that because you just gave them something that they desire, that they've struggled with over time and time again, and they haven't been able to get the result that they wanted, but you just gave them that in 7 days. They're going to trust you. So you can go 14 days, 30 days. We did a challenge for 30 days, and a lot of customers ended up losing like 10 to 20 to 30 pounds, and they would do it over and over and over again. And some people at the end of the dang thing, probably like 6 months, along with other lifestyle changes, they ended up losing over 100 pounds. Those are customers for life because you actually gave them what they needed, genuinely, and they will purchase anything from you. So take that in the most genuine way, not in a malicious salesman way or saleswoman way. Get them the result. They'll trust you in whatever your product is, as long as your product is actually good and it's not just snake oil. So you could do something like that. 7, 14, 30-day challenge. Think in that vicinity. I need to produce something that doesn't cost me that much, that I can give to the customer or the subscriber almost free, that gets them a result. Now, obviously, there's some cost with this. With a free book plus ship, you might charge them shipping and handling, which might end up be $8.95. This you could give away for free, but think about the type of person that you're going to attract for just free. They're not going to be willing to take out their wallet. They'll probably disregard this. They need some skin in the game to say, I made an investment, so I need to see my investment through. If you just give it to them for free, you'll probably get some customers, but there'll be a lot of dead leads that you'll have to nurture for a very long time before they become a customer. So it's probably better to charge here. With a PDF, I often did free to get leads through the door, and then nurtured them through other avenues. And you probably go up to like $3 with that. But just know you'll probably be spending a lot to acquire somebody for a $3 PDF if you do go the free route. If you do go the free route and you use this PDF strategy, make sure you have some other avenues in place to kind of bounce these people to. That way, you can nurture them over time. They still get something for free. You still get their email and information. You can always talk to them later. Quiz is always free. The thing that you're giving them, though, is a brand and something that they can identify as. Because as humans, if you haven't noticed, like in high school, for example, like everybody operates in their clique, or at least in the old movies, like the sports teams hang out together. Then there's the goths, and then there's the skaters, and then there's the outcasts. So what you're doing is you're allowing somebody to take a quiz. You give them some kind of result, something along those lines that identifies with what they are thinking and sets them out on a path to then solve the problem that they might have by giving them a branded name. And so when they think of that branded name, they're going to think, oh, that's that company. I am this body type. I identify with these people, and that's with this company. So it helps tie all those together. Challenge. Here, you could go free, right? Now, the benefit of free here is that you're getting people results, but just know you're going to get a lot of people that sign up for free. They're not going to finish. They're not going to do it, right? They need some kind of skin in the game. So you can go free to 37 here. That's probably a sweet spot. It's going to cost a lot to acquire this customer, but if you get them the result that they're looking for within 7, 14, 30 days, they'll be a customer in the long run. But play with these numbers. Your cost per acquisition is going to be very different throughout. So then you've got your front end. So you've got all those different avenues that you can explore. You can explore all of them and have them all feed each other before even selling to anybody your supplement. And if I didn't mention before, when niching down, only do one supplement. Don't mess around with a whole bunch. You'll start creating problems that you don't want yet. So once you've got your front end going, and you got customers coming through the door or leads coming through the door, you're nurturing those leads, you're sending them the emails, you're sending them communications, they're seeing your social posts, the branding, all of that. They're having a great time. They're getting the results they desire. Now you want to start retargeting, and I am just breaking this up. That audience. So you've got these people in, they're getting the results. Now you've got ads going about your supplement, and you're focusing on a few key elements. You're focusing on solving a problem. You're focusing on key ingredients. You're telling stories with these ingredients, i.e., all right, let's do tell stories. And what I mean by telling stories, if you have a key ingredient like a goji berry that can only be found in this part of the world, like you want to tell that story. It helps increase the perceived value of your product and the lengths that you went through to develop it and how important it is to you. And if somebody sees that it's important to you, they're going to see that and share that same level of like importance. They're going to know, oh wow, they invested a lot, they spent a lot of time on this. So let me not take this for granted. This isn't just another off-your-shelf supplement. So if you've got those ingredients, show those ingredients, tell the stories of why those ingredients are chosen, and talk about the benefits. And that's the next part there, is the benefits of your product. Right there. So that's everything that you're going to be talking about as far as retargeting in ads, in emails, in social, in SMS. I mean, I could write forever. In push notifications, we can keep on going. In snail mail, I was trying to think of the name of it. I can keep on writing for just days on random stuff. But find the avenues that work best for you. It might be advertising. You brought all those people through the door. You might not want to spend any more on them. So you're running emails, social posts, SMS, push notifications. Oops, that's not push notifications. And you're not doing snail mail, because I don't know why you would do snail mail. But anyways, that's retargeting that audience that you just brought in through that front end. Now, the next piece is kind of retargeting, but you want to have some kind of sales events and things of that nature going on. So you've got all these people through the door, through the front end. You're running retargeting. You've got emails going. You've got SMS going. You've got ads going that are talking about your supplement. Now, the customer that once saw you in the very beginning, you got them a result, and now they're starting to see your supplement. They trust you because they went through this journey. They got their result. And now they trust you, and so they're willing to purchase the product. Maybe they're just not ready to jump yet. Maybe they're just a procrastinator. You'll have some early adopters, but majority of people aren't going to move until they start seeing other people start to move. So of those people from your retargeting that you captured, oh my gosh, focus on reviews. The best way to sell something is voice of mouth. Or voice of mouth, whatever that is, word of mouth. Hearing it from other people, like, we don't just, majority of humans do not just go out and buy the random thing that was just developed, right? We are, group oriented. We love tribes. That's how we survive. So when we see other people with smiles on their faces talking about this thing, it makes us more likely to say, I like that person's smile. I trust that person. I'm going to go purchase that thing. I've had a hunch about this thing, but they just solidified it, and so I need to focus on that, or need to go purchase that. So focus on reviews of those retargeting people that you just got through the door. And then the next thing is start running some sales and events. And all along, you're still keeping your front end going. That's your machine. Keep that going, because you're bringing in new customers all the time. And we're starting to go down like a funnel here. So now you got sales and events. So what sales and events are is exactly what it sounds. Hey, St. Patrick's Day sale, grab 10% off our supplement. Or we're doing a giveaway event. So these are one of my favorites right here. So we're giving away this bundle, which comes with our supplement, plus 5 other things that you might like: a backpack, some running shoes, and $1,000, right? So a giveaway bundle, and you're having everybody register to win this bundle and say, hey, you want to increase your chances of winning? Purchase the one thing that they want, or that you have here, is purchase the supplement, and you'll get X entries for your chance to win that bundle. Whoops, there's supposed to be an arrow. So you get a bunch of people to register into the thing that they actually want for their chance to win this bundle, and then they get more entries when they purchase, and then you could say, hey, if you win, we'll refund your entire order. Refund. There you go. That way you lower the barrier of saying, well, if I'm going to purchase the thing and I end up winning the thing, well, that doesn't make much sense. Then you just say, we'll refund your entire order. So whatever you're about to spend right here, we'll refund it. You get to keep this, and you get this entire bundle, maybe being like a 6-month supply of whatever they just purchased, plus all those extra goodies like running shoes and things of that nature. So you want to have some kind of events going on consistently as you start to go through this funnel. And you're in that process right there, that funnel strategy, and I'm literally going to draw a funnel, how cliche, from challenges and all those things. Let me actually just make this simple and say front end. So from front end, we'll do FE to retargeting, to reviews. I'm skipping stuff, don't worry. To reviews, to sales and events. That funnel, do this all the way to 7 figures. Just rinse and repeat it. Don't develop new products. Don't do anything fancy. Just rinse and repeat this. And I tell you that out of experience, because on our journey to this, we did so many stupid things, so many weird events that made no sense, that didn't get customers where we wanted. There's one more piece of this, which I'm going to go over here in a second. But we did so many stupid things that we could have accelerated so much quicker if we just got rid of it. Just do this. Focus on your front end. Scale this up. Retarget. Get reviews. Do sales. Just do that. Rinse and repeat. I promise you. Over time, you'll get better and better and better. Your sales will increase. Revenue will increase. Don't try and get too fancy. Keep it simple. Then the last piece that most people that I see, I think it's becoming a little bit more common now, get freaking recurring sales. Meaning when they purchase during this sale, they purchase your supplement, make sure that they're on subscription. And I'm yelling because I had a lot of coffee earlier. But make sure they're on subscription. Because you don't want to spend money to acquire that customer again. You just want them to auto-renew into the next month. And this retention can be anywhere between 3 and, honestly what I experienced, 3 and 6 months. But I've seen other people that have a much higher retention than this. So you say you acquired this customer up here in your front end for $25 because you were running ads. You ran a retargeting ad, you got them again, they purchased for, that cost you $5, you're at $30 so far, you got a review from that person, you sent an email, let's just put a check mark, you sent an email, they purchased again during the sale, $0, all in, cost you $30 to acquire this customer. You want to go do that again? No, just have them subscribe for like a discount, 15% off when you subscribe every month. Then that customer over 3 to 6 months turns into a recurring customer, increases your LTV over time. Now that's a really rough way to say it, but really at the end of the day is whatever you're going to spend to acquire that customer, you're probably not going to make it back on that initial sale, especially if your supplement costs you $30. That's not break even. It's not. Don't pay attention to ROAS too closely there. How much did it cost you to develop this product? Labels, shipping, processing fee. You're probably out the door $50 on everything. Cost to acquire the customer plus all the other stuff that went into it. So you want to make sure that you have this customer for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months without having to do this all over again. So make sure you have recurring. It's your very bottom of funnel. If you do all of this right, that's great. Now you got to work really hard to do it over again. And so just make it easy on yourself. Set up subscriptions. There's a lot of good apps out there. My favorite is Loop subscriptions if you're on Shopify. So you're going to do that all the way to 7 figures. We're not even at 8 figures yet. But 8 figures isn't that hard. Or at least I'm going to make it not sound that hard. So everything we just went over, front end, retargeting, reviews, sales and events, recurring sales. Just keep on doing that. Push that as far as you can with that one supplement that you had that solves whatever, diabetes, weak immune system, inflammation. Just focus on that all the way to 7 figures, 7 figs. Now, the only difference that gets you to 8, you'll start to see this plateau. There'll only be so much you can do, so much you can say about this one thing. Now, you go to 2, 3, 4, 5 different supplements. But the key here, where I messed up, or where we messed up, is one, we didn't start with just one supplement. Two, all of these, make sure that they relate to this supplement in some way. Why? Because you have a 7-figure company here with customers purchasing from you on subscription, one product. The easiest thing to do is to sell them something that complements the problem that they're trying to solve is, right? So if they're trying to solve inflammation, well, if I think about inflammation here for a second, one of the things that I might be purchasing is a turmeric product or an omegas product. And the other thing that comes with inflammation, when you're sick, you got a lot of inflammation. So I might try and bridge that to like an immunity product, but specifically target it towards inflammations, things of that nature. So that's a little rough because I'm not a practitioner or anything like that. I'm sure somebody out there that is a practitioner will have a lot better time trying to tie those two together. But anyways, the point being, I'm just a marketer. The point being, you want to try and tie these into this because you have 7 figures of revenue coming from customers that are purchasing this one thing. You don't want to do that whole process all over again, although you have to over time. But all these people can just say, you can easily bridge this gap between 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5 without having to sell too hard. If you've got this, hey, we highly suggest this because of X, Y, Z is what I'm trying to say. So that was the roughest way to go about that. Anyways, you want to complement product 1 to product 2, 3, 4, and 5. Or, maybe you stop at 2 or 3. So that is the basis of how you get to 8 figures, but it's not that easy. It's a bit of a harder road of what I've learned is now that you've got this, now you can start scaling things up, but don't scale the wrong things up. We scaled the wrong things up and we thought we knew our numbers and we didn't actually know our numbers, and we're only saved from our subscriptions. That's why I say subscriptions, like bottom of funnel, most important thing in the world. If you're not getting subscriptions, if you make a mistake, you've got no safety net. This is your safety net at the end of the day. You fall from up here, this will catch you. So having your subscriptions is extremely important. So when you're scaling things up, don't scale the wrong things. Scale your front end. Why? Because you'll probably find, if you were like me and you're looking at things like ROAS and CPA and all this nonsense, you're not actually paying attention to the right numbers. ROAS is important, CPA is important, but the things, at least where things are now, ROAS, for most people, they don't take into account all of the costs that go into developing and getting that product to the person's doorstep. CPA, this is just the cost to acquire a customer. What if one of these customers that you already have comes back and purchases from that same ad and it's a cold ad? A lot of this stuff it's not granular. So the things that you want to focus on is the NCPA, new customer cost per acquisition, and I just call it true, and I don't put the E there because I'm cool. True ROAS, which takes into account all of the different costs that go into the product, processing fees, things of that nature. So you want to scale up your front end. Scale! Because this should be only talking to cold audience, cold customers, and this should be your lowest, and that's an M, NCCPA. This should be your lowest NCCPA. So this is how much it costs you to acquire a new customer. You don't want the same customer. You got subscriptions. They're already on your list. Work hard to get them here. The new customers, you want to take them through that same funnel that we just drew with all of your, I just drew on my wall accidentally, with all of your new supplements. Front end, you want to scale this up because this is what's going to start bringing people in to everything that you just developed all the way into 7 figures, scale this up, and now all of a sudden this part of the funnel starts to increase sales, events. It's all just going to start trickling down. Subs. This will all start to increase if you just increase this. Now, like I mentioned, the mistake I made in the past was I focused too much on ROAS and average order value. I didn't pay enough attention to CPA. CPA is important. And new customer cost per CPA. I didn't find that out till later. And I ended up scaling, or we ended up scaling the wrong things because we got obsessed with those vanity metrics. But the down and dirty front end, which was our book funnel, that was the thing that needed to be scaled, because that brought people into the ecosystem. They got results, keyword results, making it really easy for them to purchase and become a subscriber, and made them very sticky. So that's how I'd grow a supplement company from 0 to 8 figures like that.